and good even, ING. I am Joel, and I am joined here by my colleague.
Hello, my name is Mitchell Lewin.
Wow, can you spell that, please?
I would, but for terms of AI stealing how my voice sounds, I'm not going to.
Oh, I would spell Mitchell's name G-O-D.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
Or more importantly, our shrimp, Santiago the shrimp, G-O-D.
Shrimp.
That's how he signs his name on documents. G-O-D.
I had to think about that for a second, even though you just spelt it.
So what's crazy? Dog spelled backwards, is that?
Yes.
Think about that for a second.
I feel like that's something that was passed around in school when we were in secondary school.
Yeah, but I don't think this is a coincidence at all. Do you?
I'm not talking about religious beliefs right on the intro of this podcast.
No, but how good are dogs, eh?
Dogs are good, to be fair. It's really weird. We've had the discussion about my dog being put down recently. Why am I talking about this straight away? We haven't even really introed yet. I was talking with someone today, and they were basically saying that that someone they know was going to have their dog put down, and they were sad about it. And then I started talking about it, and then we both started talking about it, and then it was kind of sad that we were discussing the deaths of dogs.
Oh, yeah,
anyway, welcome to
as well. Yeah, welcome to the podcast. I didn't actually know what to say with that. I was like, I'm just going to let you go with that.
Sorry. If anybody wants to listen to me discuss my dog passing, there's an episode of this podcast where I think it's called like Mitch Cries or something like that.
Oh yeah, I believe so.
That is a podcast episode where I discussed my dog passing.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good
anyway,
episode, actually. I remember doing that.
Happy Wednesday.
Anyway,
I hope you're having a good long weekend. And
do you know what's crazy as well?
Go on.
That kind of leads into what I want to talk about.
Oh, really?
In a way, yeah.
Go on, then.
Okay. We're going on. This is not a trigger warning. This is the opposite to a trigger warning. So stay seated, stay buckled in, because I want to talk about death, but in a lighter sense. Okay, like Flora light.
Can I talk about death?
Pepsi, but diet. Stuff like that. That's what we're talking about. Death. But not so bad.
So like Marmite.
Yeah. Well,
no. Like margarine. It's not. I can't believe it's not butter because it's not. It's margarine.
Yeah, but the light version.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
So like, go in and get in oil, and you get sunflower oil.
Yeah.
Oh no, you get the spray light.
It's worse for you, but there's less calories, sort of thing. That's
crap
it.
That you just end up tipping off the bottle in the pan anyway.
Yeah, because every spray's a calorie, isn't it? That's what they say.
Yeah, because
bollocks.
It's pointless.
How many sprays do you do? I lose count after about 52.
To be fair, it depends on what I'm cooking, to be honest. If it's like bacon, it's like 2 or 3, because then it sorts itself out.
Oh, no, hang on. Whoa, hang on. Right, stop right there, okay? Do you use oil or whatever with red meat?
Do I use oil with red meat? What do you mean? Like if I cook...
I know bacon is
if I
red
cook
meat.
mince,
I understand that, but...
No,
that's... okay,
no,
yeah.
I don't use oil with
mince.
mince.
Because it creates its own oil, doesn't
I
it?
extract the extra oils.
Yes, okay, right, that's fine. Just wanted to clarify that. Anyway, we didn't say about meat. Death. Body, cremation, everything like that.
What's happened this episode, by the way?
I have no idea.
Why are we talking about death?
Do you know what I
want?
No, I want to ask you a question, okay? This is all I want to ask you this podcast, but I feel like I'm interested in this, okay?
Okay.
What do you want? So we discussed what happens when you die, right? We discussed all that deep, dark stuff, right? What do you
right at the start of this podcast.
What do you legally want to happen to your body, Mitchell, when you die?
If someone is taking this as my confession, please don't, because it might change.
Okay.
So don't take this as my confession for when I do die.
Okay.
But what would I like to happen with my body?
Yeah, because there's a lot of options, isn't there, out there?
I quite like the idea of just being like cremated and then being put under a tree. Like,
so you're
planted with the roots of a tree.
Would you like that tree to grow into fruit where I can eat that fruit from?
No, that's weird.
No.
Well, wait, hold on. Why are you living longer than me to the point where a tree can grow?
I think it's quite obvious, really.
No.
You just establish how much fry light you use.
Yeah, true. No. Wait.
Yeah.
So I'm dying. I'm being cremated.
No. You're dead.
Okay, I've died.
Yeah.
I've been cremated.
Yes. Ashes to ashes.
I've been turned into ash.
Soil to soil.
I've been planted in with a tree that produces fruit.
Yes.
That tree has had the time to grow.
Yes.
And you to eat it before you've passed away.
Yeah, so I'm on death's door anyway. Let's be honest. Like we'll probably be going at the same time together.
How long does an apple tree take to grow?
Oh, like a good couple of years. But I'm on death's door for that time to specifically eat that apple from your rotten corpse.
If you ask nicely, mate, you can eat me right now.
Pardon?
Sorry?
I bet you don't taste like apple.
Wait,
actually, what tree would you? What tree do you want to be? Like, what fruit would you like?
I don't want to be a fruit tree. I just want to be
like... if you were a fruit tree, though.
An apple tree.
An apple tree.
A crab apple tree, because nobody then would eat. Nobody would want to eat me unless they put me in a pie.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. But then it's quite selfish, isn't it? Really, that.
I just don't want to be a fruit tree.
Selfish in life, selfish in death.
Yeah, I am.
There you go.
So what?
Wanker.
No, I just want to be a tree. Just any sort of tree.
What? Sounding good. I just want to be a tree.
Well, I do.
Imagine that taken out of context. We're not on about Mitch dying, nothing. What do you want to do, Mitch? I want to be a tree.
I want to be a tree. No. Right. I want to be a tree. Like I want to. When I die, I want to be.
Do you want to be
tree. I don't want to be a fruit
first,
tree,
though, or do you want your body just to create this tree? You know,
Oh,
ashes wouldn't do a lot, though.
It's kind of weird. But it's the idea.
The essence of your body decomposing its muscles and stuff into the soil of this tree.
I'd rather be cremated first.
I don't know if that's how it works.
Is it true that when you're cremated, that the majority of the ash is actually the casket?
Yes. Yeah.
Because obviously you would just turn into sort of nothingness.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a lot of human ash.
Unless you had like
Unless your name was Ash, of course, then there would be a lot of you. Oh. That was quite funny, no?
It wasn't too bad.
Thanks.
It was quite good.
Gotta catch 'em all!
That was better.
Cheers.
Phil doesn't understand that. It's Pokemon reference
joke.
just out there, okay? Pokemon joke about a death.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. What do you want to do? Wait. Before you move on.
I'm not moving on. I'm on about your
Okay.
move.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I'm on about growing into a tree, right?
Okay.
So it says here, there are a few ways to become a tree after death, including a tree urn.
okay, that's okay.
So, boring.
That's fine.
Built boring.
Hold on. What's the definition of a tree?
You're in an urn, but then they plant something in the top of the urn.
I don't
instead
like
of the
that,
lid.
really.
No.
That seems like littering to me.
Well, yeah, what happens to the urn?
Exactly.
Or is it decompose an urn?
You might as well just put me in a cardboard
Whose
box.
urn? Ernie. A tree burial pod. Now that sounds pretty cool. You're like an egg.
That sounds cool. What is
like
a tree
an egg.
burial pod?
Well, I presume like an egg.
Okay.
Do you want me to actually Google this so you can see this?
Yeah, I do
A
actually.
tree burial pod. I almost see the picture I'm going to use for the podcast.
Okay.
Tree burial.
Can you, for the picture of this podcast, put me lying down underneath a tree, but really, like in science classes where it's like a tree. Oh, that's
yeah.
that's actually. Sorry, Joel's just showed me what a
you'd be a
pod
human
tree
spud.
is.
It
That
looks
like
something
something out of Alien,
yeah,
but with a tree attached to the top of it.
or the thing that they pull out of the soil in
Please
Harry
save
Potter.
that image so that the image can be used in like a photo dump in pictures. So
Yes.
by the way,
that's
we
right.
start doing that. By the way, if you're looking at the pictures on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, or Twitter or whatever you use to look at that sort of stuff of our social media, there might just be some random pictures at the end. It's like a photo dump. So if we ever talk about something, we'll try and put a bit of context or connotation to it. That is one of them.
Would you like to know how much that costs, roughly, on average?
I should
become
hope
a
it's
tree
not
egg.
a lot of money.
A tree egg.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a lot of money, but it shouldn't be.
Well,
£23.99.
do you know what? I respect it a lot, and I respect it enough to.
Nowhere near.
We offer this service for $23.99 here at Talking Shrimp.
Go on.
If you want a funeral director, please contact Mitch Lewin on 07.
I'm not being involved in this at all.
We will make you into an egg. Egg.
I'm not getting involved with anybody's
no,
eggs.
It costs a single woodland burial, so in an egg like that, £1,240.
Do you know what though?
Seems a bit excessive.
From
to be
what
honest.
part do they take that part on?
What do you mean?
So obviously, if you
The tree or the
how
egg?
much? Okay, while you're on the Googling subject, open up another tab.
Yes.
How much does it cost to die?
How much does it cost?
Wait,
to
hold
die,
on.
average.
That's not really what I want to know.
How much is the average
cost of a funeral and burial and all that lot? Because if they're
Okay.
from
Do
the
you wanna
point
have a
of them,
average?
$4,000.
Oh, you know what? Ding, ding, ding. £4,285.
Yeah, there you go. See,
Yeah.
so theoretically, it's better to be a tree.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, I mean, going off this, right? A tree pod urn compared to a tree pod burial. Okay.
Well, what's the difference?
The urn, like you're in something. The burial, I think.
I don't want to be the urn.
To be fair, why don't we put all the murderers that are in prisons to work for burying corpses underneath trees from these people that want that? That'd be perfect. Free labour. Think about it. Free labour. They'd be satisfied. Well, they're dead. They haven't really got a choice. They're dead, aren't they? But they've selected this method of decomposition, haven't they? To be buried under a tree for the next generation to survive. Think about that. We could, in theory here, right, again, talking shrimp, right? We could, in theory, save the planet. We could save the Earth by doing this. And involving mass murderers by applying their needs and, to be honest, quite a lot of specialties into disposing of bodies. Think about that. Hey?
I'm processing it. I'm going to do as I always do when you suggest an idea, and this isn't just when it's an idea like this. This is generally what I do
not bad.
when you propose an idea. My instant thing is I think of a negative. This is what I do with
Think of a negative with that scenario.
the murderer's part being
Okay.
involved.
What about them would be a negative?
See, some of them probably might be more interested in doing other things to the body than burying
See,
them.
you are being very pessimistic now.
I'm being very
And you're
optimistic.
I think you're targeting an audience that
I think-
I'm not targeting.
I
So
think
we'd have to have
we
a
need to-
breakdown of a murderer.
I think there can't
see
be
what I
any
mean?
people who have been convicted of
Yeah.
like necrophiliac or something like that.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of stuff like that, but
right, okay.
I can see where your brain went to, though.
Well, what were you thinking of as meaning?
I was just, you clarified with the murderer. Yes, have you murdered someone? Yes, that's why I'm here. Okay, thank you very much for clarifying
I
that.
don't think they're
And
going to
then-
forthcomers there.
And then you say, well, have you had any experience burying bodies? And they go, oh, actually, yes, I've buried 3. I won't tell whoever that as part of their political stint, but by doing that, they issue a warning to you that they will only bury the people and not do what you
You're
said.
putting a lot of trust
I am.
into someone who's a
think about it.
a not
It's
convicted
worth
murderer.
it, but it's worth it.
No.
It's
not.
cheaper.
You can't just use that as the
Mate,
catchphrase.
and more trees for the planet, for the next generation, more fruit
I'm not
for the
disagreeing
baby
with that
animals.
idea.
I can see your point, and as Mitchell Lewin quite clearly stands on a lot of things, he clearly doesn't care about the baby animals and future children of this planet.
No, it's not what I'm saying.
It's fine. It's fine. We
Right.
should be called
Hold on.
Second Chance Murdering Burial Group.
I think that's
That's
quite catchy.
I think
What
so
was that?
too.
Can you say that again?
Second Chance Burying Murdering Group
I
or something.
see.
Maybe swap
right.
bury and murdering actually.
Yeah. See,
Maybe. Oh, not murderer. What's another word for murderer?
artist?
Well,
Depends how what.
it does depend.
I
Actually,
mean, are we? You just said that they're coming forth. These
skilled.
These skilled
Actually,
butchers.
No, but
No, because then we're singling a profession, and I don't think we should. do
no,
that.
and it it doesn't just single profession. It involves another butchering profession. In other words,
Yeah, and we don't really want them to be butchering.
no, and it's quite long.
Thinking
Isn't
about
it?
it.
We should be called.
Pod. POD.
Yeah.
People of dead. It should be people of the dead, but I couldn't get that to work.
People of dead, because then it involves the murdering aspect.
Yeah.
People of dead.
People of dead. It's,
You know what?
We don't need to tell the people who are buying into
No,
this that
no.
they're being buried by murderers.
No, it has to be in the small print. Like
No.
it would have to.
No,
legally
because
be. I've looked into.
No,
this, it has to be.
wait. No. Because nowhere did you say they were convicted. You said they come forth of their own a militia.
I see what
Is that
you
the
mean.
word?
And if they just sign with us to,
Well, they didn't need
Maybe
to sign
they-
anything.
well, they would. I would prove. I wouldn't want to meet them if they signed a waiver, and they'd have to.
We're
sign
not
a-
meeting them. Whoa.
Wait.
We're not meeting them.
What do you mean?
We'll hire
We have to
people
go
do
find
this.
them.
No, they'll come forth.
Oh, well, what do we do in the shrimpmobile?
What's
We go-
Shrewsbury?
Stop right there before you murder them. Think about.
Wait, no, we've got to wait until they've just done it, so then we can be like,
Oh yeah.
you're a murderer,
And
you
just
need to
chuck
come with us.
Here's a card. Pod.
Yeah,
Call us.
pod.
and-
We show up before they do it, plant the card, so that when they've committed the murder,
Ah,
they'll
yeah.
see our card and be like, oh.
It's not bad. Although the theory behind that kind of disputes the theory of like we're losing someone through, let's say, old age. They're choosing to be buried in a pod or whatever.
I'm just
aren't
saying
they?
it's a
But
good
then
business model.
It's a very good business
It's a
model.
very good business
I
model.
think we could also involve this as a pyramid scheme.
It is a
Think
pyramid
about it.
scheme.
It is a pyramid scheme because we're at the top.
Yes. We get people to pay into it. They
Yes.
somehow then get...
Well, the murderers would
by
have to pay
chance,
into us. 'cause
they get
we're-
murdered by a murderer. We hire the murderers to bury them.
Do you know what? Yeah, that's really good actually. What happens when the murderers die though, and they wish to be a pod?
They can just be... For their goodwill.
I don't know.
If they've been
What do they have?
malicious, they can be...
Maybe we'll get them to dig their own graves
I feel like I'm just...
under a tree.
Hold on. Right,
Yeah.
let's pause for a second.
Sorry, the murderer.
I've
tree.
said some
Sorry.
very, very weird words today.
Yeah.
Nobody's asked me to say these words, and I don't know
It's
where I'm
only
getting them
17 minutes into the episode.
from. What have I just said? I've said ferocious?
Ferocious.
I don't know.
Ferocious.
I don't even know.
I have
Is
no
that
idea.
a word?
I don't know,
I
but
feel
I
like
like
I've just
it.
made some words up as I'm going
Frelicious.
along.
The Frelicious fruit tree. That's what they'll be called. There'll be a new kind of fruit.
That's what
similar
we
to
call
dragon
the
fruits.
staff who we hire. We've gone
Frelicious.
well too deep into this. This
are.
isn't happening.
Anyway, no, this isn't
This isn't happening.
happening.
What were we talking about, by the way? No,
basically-
wait, hold on. I asked you a question.
Yeah.
What would you want to be?
What do I
if-
want?
when you die,
when I
what-
die,
what do you
my
want to
body,
happen?
I want to be shot in space, like a rag doll.
3,
I thought,
2, 1. All I'm imagining is like a cannon and your body like wait, do you know in the Simpsons,
with a cape.
Wait, I've got the perfect example. You know in the Simpsons movie at the start, when they fire the pig out of the cannon and the pig just goes flying and it like throws it shows different like scenes where the pig just flies across the scene. That's your ragdoll body.
Yeah, that's it, but proper like ragdoll. Yeah. Pin my eyes open as well.
Oh god.
Yeah, or I could be stuffed. You could have me stuffed. Well, you
want to stuff you? Who wants a stuffed dead you?
Oh, that's horrible. If any of you want to stuff me when I die. Oh, no, I like the idea of going in space. If I don't make it in space before then, I reckon, that's a good option.
Right, okay, wait. Right.
Yeah.
You're afraid of heights?
I'd be dead.
No, but you just said, if I don't get to space before then.
Yeah.
Is that something you want to do? This is the first I've ever heard that you want to go to space.
Yeah, why not? Confront the aliens.
Why are we on aliens?
Head on.
Why? Right. We can't talk about aliens again.
I want to look at the Earth from above, and I would imagine, because obviously I'm alive, I'd imagine I'm God for that split moment. I'd look upon the Earth and say,
"What makes you
good
not
Lord
God?
Heavens, what have I created?
What makes you not God?
What
Let's think about this for a second.
What makes me?
Why aren't you God?
Hang on, right. Why, and is this a good premise to go off?
Yeah, right. Have you ever thought that maybe like you're the main character?
As in the Truman Show again?
No, nothing like that.
The creator.
No, nothing like that. Like you are the main character, and the world is revolving around you. Have you ever had this thought?
No,
or is it just me?
I know quite a few people who,
it's just me. But you never just get the thought sometimes. You're like stuff's happening, and like
I think of something.
I think the world, when I'm not around, the world stops. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
I might be very narrow-minded thinking this.
It is very, very narrow. I mean, how many people are on the planet? Like 4 billion?
I don't care. I'm the main one.
8 billion?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Do you think everything happens just because of you?
No.
Like everything?
No.
Like a tsunami?
No. All right, let's just clarify. I don't actually mean this, but what I mean is sometimes you ever think like something like... Oh man, what am I trying to say? What's happened to me today?
But I like it.
I don't know. I sometimes just get you sometimes just think like, you like have these intrusive thoughts where you think, wait, your mind just wanders and like, I just sometimes think I'm like, maybe I was meant for more.
Yeah, what like a higher power? Is in that?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying I'm like.
An
something
Egyptian
greater.
god.
No, I'm not saying that. I don't know.
If you were a god,
I don't know.
You know, like
but what's to say that you're not?
Well, I could say you're not.
No, what's to say you're not though?
I could say that I'm not.
But you're only saying that. There's no proof.
Yeah, but as we established, if I
there's
say
no proof.
There is.
Where?
Well, look at me.
But that means
do I look
nothing.
like a god?
No, but then people who are gods don't look like they're gods.
Wow.
If you believe
how
in
many gods you seen?
None. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know what a god is.
It's true.
You could be a god. I could be a god.
Okay, let's say we are gods, okay? Let's say we are gods. Let's go off the Greek mythology.
I like this thinking. Yes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Bitches, listen up. Right, we're gods, okay? What do you want to be god of? You got to have a specialty. Like teachers have a specialty in a subject. What's your specialty? What do you want to target? Do you want to be god of death?
All.
Whoa. What?
All.
You can't be god of all.
I want to
be.
Can't.
No, you're not allowed to be.
Well, who's the god of everything?
I don't know, probably like Zeus.
Yeah, but you're only thinking of like Greek. Is that Greek or is that?
Yeah, well, I'm using that as a premise, but you can't be god of everything. You can't, all right? That's not allowed.
I want to be god of everything.
You can be god of 2 things, that's it.
I want to be like Tony Stark.
He's not a god.
No, but he's like the main one.
He's Iron Man.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but he's not. He can't do everything, though. He can't be in charge of everything, can he?
Well, I want to be, though.
Yeah, but he can't be. He can't turn green.
Well, he is now.
Can he? What do you mean?
He's Doctor Doom.
He's not green.
He is.
He's not.
He's got a green head.
He's not. He's got a green cape.
Yeah, there you go then.
That's not a green
Thank
head.
you for. There you go.
Okay. How do you want to dress as a god, and what do you want to be in charge of?
I want a linen robe that only covers my crotch.
Oh Lord!
And I want to wear a throne of roses. Sorry.
What color?
Gold, obviously.
Okay.
Why even question me?
So you're very much like Hercules in this.
I want to lie on a throne, and I want someone to feed me grapes.
It's very, very like. Just obvious though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
but I want
if someone saw you, you'd be like, "Oh, right,
that's a god." You'd look at me and think, "That's a god."
No,
he's not a very nice god.
Fucking lazy bastard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be, like in Futurama.
Yeah.
There's like that god. It's a robot. Have you seen Futurama? Do you know
yeah, bits, not all.
There's
of
like a god, and he's like, He's not really a god, but he's a robot and he's got no legs, and there's always other robots
think
feeding
so.
him grapes.
Oh yes, yeah. He's got. I
I
can't
want to be that. I want to be that.
Okay, I like the logic of it. I think, more body parts personally. I want more body parts, mate. I want more body parts.
What do you mean?
Just in case you need them. Do you know what I mean? And a tail. Imagine that.
When have you ever needed a tail?
As a god. I might, because in life I can't swim. As a god,
And here he is, the god of the felines, Joel May.
Felines.
I don't know. You said all I was imagining was cats when you said tails.
No, I want like a swishy tail, you know? Not like a fluffy tail. Yeah.
Right, I don't know if I'm trying to imagine you now as Tarzan, or if I'm imagining you as like part animal, like the Wicked animated movie. It's like you chopping around with Judi Dench and James Corden.
Hey, what?
They're in that cat movie, aren't they? What's it called?
Oh, Cats. Yeah,
Yeah, Cats.
What the cat movie? Cats.
Yeah. Did I say Wicked?
You did.
Oh, I meant the cat movie.
I mean, the logic still stands though.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah.
wait,
I don't know why we're
How
on
did we
gods.
get onto
I have
that?
no idea. Absolutely
We were
no
on
idea.
about you flying through the sky as a
I know,
ragdoll.
yeah, that's what I want when I'm dying. Just
So wait, you'd happily, but as soon as your body gets out the atmosphere, it would
doesn't matter,
It
does
would
it?
either implode or explode.
well, there's a very high chance that yes, that
Your
would
eyes
happen,
would
but
probably explode.
I'd probably hit a satellite and bounce back. Personally,
No, I don't think
Yeah.
you'd even get to that point. I think your body under the pressure would sort of just decompose. Like, wait, would it? I don't know. I don't know.
it depends what you're wearing. If you got a spacesuit on,
What
you'd
would
be
you?
right.
Okay. Next
What would I
question.
want to wear?
What would you like to wear in death?
A gold linen robe and
A throne of roses. Wait, no, not a throne. What's a crown?
a crown of roses.
Crown of roses.
Yeah, it's very like it's very Christian. It's very
Sorry?
Christian. That it feels like.
No, it's not Christian. If it was a crown of thorns, you'd.
Roses have thorns,
Yeah, I know.
so in theory,
I want them thornless.
You've got
though.
a pretty thorn crown.
Yeah, but it's not thorns in it. I don't want thorns. I want the roses.
They're not roses then. Without thorns.
Yeah, but you
Rose
can
have thorns.
dethrone. You can dethorn them
Why would you do that?
because I'm a god.
Why would you do that?
I
if you're a
wouldn't.
god?
I'd get somebody else to do it.
Who would you get to do it?
The other one who's not feeding me grapes.
Who's the other one?
Who knows?
What's her name?
Joel.
I should be the god of grapes.
Joeletta. Yeah, you can be my grape god. Look at this guy. He's a grape god.
Oh god!
Oh, I kicked the microphone.
I can't
sorry.
believe we've got from a pod to gods.
We started with gods, remember?
pod of
We
gods.
said about dogs being gods.
We did, to be fair. Now we've wrapped it all up, and that's the end of the podcast. No,
Wait, hold on. When we started this episode 20-something odd minutes ago, you said that you had something to want to talk about. What was it?
Oh yeah, it was about clothes. So right, okay, this is kind of like a part two. Okay, we did a discussion a couple weeks ago on like the woolly mammoth mouse or whatever it was.
Oh,
the woolly
I think that
mouse,
episode
wasn't it?
was called What happens when we die? Or something
Yeah,
like
so we've kind of gone off that to like what you want to happen with your body, like something that you actually have choice in, all right? Because whatever. Anyway, we were on about like the premise of like bringing species back from the dead, weren't we? And we discussed like, oh, how cool it'd be, Jurassic Park, all this stuff
don't
again.
really remember.
Made Jurassic Park comment here and there, and then we went on to the woolly mouse. Remember that little fluffy guy?
Yeah,
The
I
woolly
do.
mouse?
I do.
Quite cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So scientists have actually brought back a species of wolf
Oh,
called
wait,
dire wolves.
wait, what? Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
genuinely. Like they've
So it's
got
happened.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. You know, you said about that like main character vibes. We said it, and look at it. Couple weeks,
Well, it takes is for us to mention it.
and now we're on about gods.
Oh no, I mentioned Judi Dench.
Oh, yeah.
No.
It's either Judy or
No.
gods, mate.
It's either that or Judi Dench or James Corden. Which one would
Judy
you
Dench,
rather?
to be fair, is a god. Give her that.
There's a street in, I think it's York,
Probably.
or like a path, but in York somewhere, and I think that's where she's from, or not far from there. And there's a slip of road right next to the river.
Yeah.
Is it in York?
It's called Judy Dench.
And it's
Avenue.
called like Judi Dench Way or something like that. And it's like a long green path. It's
I like
very
that.
nice.
Fair play to her. I mean, she's kind of earned
I
it.
think it's York. I can't remember exactly.
She is.
I'm sure I ran down it.
Is she M?
She is M. She
She's
is
M,
M,
isn't she?
In
Yeah.
the
Bond.
the Daniel Craig, James Bond, Spectre, and all that lot.
Yeah.
Casino Royale, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Anyway, they've created a species. So here you go. CNN. Okay, a species of wolves that died out some 12,500 years ago.
Oh,
Crazy. They're kind of alive again to an extent. Okay, basically. So they're portrayed. This is why they're famous. They're portrayed in Game of Thrones. They're these massive wolves, basically.
I've not seen Game of Thrones. So I
No,
don't know.
they're big wolves. They're big fluffy boys, right?
Well, if Game of Thrones had just hang on a few more years, they wouldn't have had to CGI them, and they could have got the real ones.
That would be really cool. I don't think. Well, I don't. I don't know. I haven't met a wolf, but I wouldn't want to. Don't they huff and they puff and they'll blow everything down?
All right, sorry, Goldilocks.
Okay, so yeah, the world's first successful de-extinction animal. That's kind of crazy. We're one step towards that.
Well, we're
Aren't we?
one step closer that when you pass away, we could bring you back. Ragdoll Joel.
Do you know what? It could be like Frozen.
Oh, you know we like create nicknames.
Let it go.
You know, like we create nicknames. Could we start calling you Ragdoll Joel?
Ragdoll Joel.
Don't know
No,
why.
it's too many like oles.
Ragdoll Joel.
Yeah, too many oles. I don't know.
What about just Ragjoel?
Ragdoll. Ragdoll.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I
don't
I'm
like
gonna
that
say
anymore.
no.
I don't like that anymore. That sounds bad.
But yeah, that's kind of the amazing news at the moment. That's crazy, really. They're working towards the mammoth, dodo, and Tasmanian tiger.
Right.
Wow.
The same as I said in the episode when we found out that they were trying to do this.
Yeah.
Why are they trying to do this?
Ecosystem.
What does it benefit? It doesn't benefit the ecosystem.
It does benefit the ecosystem.
How?
You
How?
introduce a top food chain predator, whatever.
But they're not all top food chain. Well,
no, like this, for example, to then, I don't know, like control a deer population.
but it's
Something
the
like
same as everything. We're playing God. Only
Yeah.
I can do that.
That's-
And I say this shouldn't happen.
Oh, well, I told you that you'll be known as the boring god.
Yeah, and you will forth be known as the God of Boring.
Every day shall be
Boo.
grey skies,
Grey and raining for everyone.
herbal tea.
Everyone has porridge and for breakfast. No milk.
Gruel, look at the gruel.
Everyone works a 9 to
sure-
5 in an office job.
So yeah, that's the news basically. That's crazy, isn't it? They literally
I
have created.
don't think. Right, I'm going to say that I don't know if this is good news. That's all
Why?
I'm saying. I don't think it's good news
Why?
because I don't think introducing an animal that's extinct
But it
into an
is.
ecosystem.
Look
now,
at how fluffy they are.
Oh, they actually look really cute.
They are quite
They look
cute.
like my dog,
They do look like your dog.
but
yeah.
white.
But
My dog's not white.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
oh, okay.
Save that
right.
image again.
Oh, well, right. Okay. Reason. Okay. The dire wolf that once roamed the Americas. The Americas.
Yeah,
The
North
Americas.
and South America.
Were chosen for resurrection first because so much research has been done on domestic dogs with whom they share most of their DNA. So it made sense to bring them
They're
back.
just a dog.
But
Okay, I take it back. I'm glad we brought
we're
them back.
good. Yes,
I thought they were wolves. If they're
Correct.
dogs, I'm fine with it.
that's good. It's good. So yeah, they've basically edited grey wolves with dog DNA in theory, but they
So then
found
they haven't brought it back.
no, they
They've
have. They
created
have.
New
Listen to me.
species.
No, they found DNA from these dire wolves in like teeth and stuff of these
Right,
dire
But
wolves
they,
from years
how
ago.
have they like de-extracted
Hmm.
the genetics from the grey wolf and the dog? Because surely some of
Right.
their DNA is involved.
Yeah, it's all like
with...
a mixture. It's not like a purebred dire wolf, but it's the nearest thing to it.
All
it's gonna
I'm
have the
saying
same characteristics.
is keep them out.
Pardon? Pardon?
Oh no.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's not a lot into like why did they bring it back? I don't know. The Return of the Dire Wolf. I don't really know. to
I
be
think
honest.
people just want to play God, and I think that person is me. No, actually, no.
Well, in
no,
a way,
well,
I mean-
I don't want to play God.
Well,
There's too much responsibility.
yeah, as Jim Carrey taught me. In,
Yeah, exactly.
Bruce
Bruce
Almighty.
Almighty, what
yeah.
film, by the way?
That is a really
Evan
good
Almighty is
film,
not
though.
as good, but it holds its own in a different sort of
I
category.
think I can see what this podcast picture's gonna be.
It's me as Evan Almighty.
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, can you be Morgan
Oh.
Freeman? Wait, can you do the voice of Morgan?
Well done, Bruce.
Wait, I'm not
No, it's
Bruce.
not. I can't do it. Can't do it. Sorry.
I thought you were building up to
I was
it.
thinking how he sounds now. I can't do it.
I can't do
But
it.
yeah, that's colossal bioscience. Crazy that. Look at that.
You're
Yeah.
saying, look at that. You're not showing me anything, or you're not showing the audience anything because you can't.
No, it's crazy though, isn't it? It's
People at home, is this,
This
a
is
good
men.
thing? Is it a good thing that people are playing God and introducing
They're not
animals
playing
back?
God.
They are.
They're not.
What are they doing? This animal's got extinct for a reason.
yeah. Well, no, not necessarily. Why was that reason?
I don't know what that reason is.
They haven't killed themselves. They haven't chose to go extinct.
No, I know, but they've gone extinct for another reason.
Why did the dire wolf go extinct? Right, here we go.
Because there was none of them left.
The extinction of its main prey species. So it didn't have enough food, which now it does. Probably.
What though? What's probably? What's its food?
Um,
What does it eat? Berries.
It doesn't
Small
really...
rodents. Cats.
It defends its reason to critics. Here you go. This sounds some juicy stuff, doesn't it? USA News Today.
Thank you for the source. I
You might
appreciate
fill this
knowing
bit
which
whilst I read a little bit, but
What?
fill it with some elevator music or something.
What else happened in my day today? I got something for you. I've been busy with my new house. For people who didn't know, I got a new house recently.
There you go, yeah.
And I was drilling holes in the wall and stuff like that. And
What were you doing that for?
putting electrical sockets in.
Oh.
I went to blow my nose afterwards. All black. My nose, for about 3 or 4 nose blowing sessions, was all black.
What, like the New Zealand rugby?
Not the All Blacks, no.
Oh.
No, my nasal relief, which is why I'm a bit like nasally today, I think.
Yeah.
Because my snot for the past 3 days has been all black. So, and yes, I was wearing a mask. I was kitted to the nines, as you could say. But for some reason, whatever was in the brick dust was just
Not good stuff,
entering
mate.
my body. And it made me really full, so I think I was eating some brick dust. Probably not a good thing either. But there we are. That's me. Have you found anything on this?
No, a lot of it just is stating very matter-of-fact stuff of, like, you kind of edited nature.
That's what I'm fucking saying!
Yeah, I know you are, but there's surely, like... It's cool.
I'm not saying it's not cool.
What's wrong with editing nature, anyway? What is wrong with editing nature?
I think just sort of by chance, I think... So if the human species became extinct,
Yeah.
we shouldn't be brought back.
Why?
Because we've got to the point where either we've made ourselves extinct, or we've become extinct for a reason.
But what? There's not always a reason. What did the dinosaurs do wrong?
Eat things.
Not
Probably,
all of them.
probably produced a load of methane.
Yeah, but it didn't kill them, did it?
Well, no, the Ice Age killed them. But
Wait, whoa, whoa!
is that not what happened?
Not really.
Well, what killed the dinosaurs?
No, I want to go into what you think happened to
I
the
don't,
dinosaurs.
I don't actually know. Is that not what happened?
No, think about it, Mitch. What happened to the dinosaurs, Mitch?
Giant meteor strike?
Hey!
Wasn't it an ice age? I thought it was like a giant freeze.
No. Basically, yeah, this massive asteroid hit the Gulf of Mexico, and
Oh, you can go to that.
yeah,
You can go to that. That's
yeah.
cool.
It is cool. Should we go?
I would go, to be fair.
Yeah,
There's
it's
not a
cool,
lot
like,
there, I
area.
don't think. It's
I
just
think
a
it's
giant
big.
hole.
I think it's like 18 kilometers big. Like this.
What's your mum's phone number?
That is vile. by the way.
Sorry.
That is
I'm
really.
so
and this is
sorry.
why I
I'm
can't
so
work with him
sorry.
anymore. Look at this.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
stupid. He wants to play God. Look at him out there thinking that all the dinosaurs are out there. Oh, it's cold. That's what happened to him.
I'm doing some
You
research
fool.
here. Hold on.
The dinosaurs did not just freeze and die.
Oh.
Here we go. What is he actually searching? Did the dinosaurs get cold? I better fill this a little bit.
Yeah, it's your turn to fill something. What happened with your day?
My day consists of a lovely trip to Aldi for anyone who's listening. I went to go get some peri peri salt, which in other facts is quite good. It's just as good as Nando's. Peri peri salt. Medium as well. Getting the heat, baby.
It's not that. Get the heat. Medium. That's all I heard. Medium. What were you on about?
Yeah.
Peri-peri salt.
Yeah. Medium peri peri salt.
Well,
Sick it.
you do know we're doing like a hot challenge soon.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Audience, are you ready for it? Because we're going to do a hot challenge. And Joel can't handle hot food, and I'm not much better, to be
I was
honest.
going to say, I think I'm on like level maybe 1 or 2, and you're on level maybe
4.
3, 4, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Here we go.
I'm not even going to read it.
What happened, Mitch? What happened to the baby dinosaurs?
If you believe that dinosaurs are real,
No, well, they are. They
if
clearly
you
are.
believe it,
Oh,
I'm not
you
saying.
Pillock. You have to pillock.
If you want to believe in the concept of dinosaurs,
fool.
so be
They
it.
made a movie, a documentary about it called Jurassic Park.
The documentary, that famous documentary, Jurassic Park. But it's like the Titanic. James Cameron definitely put it
Yeah,
on.
he was on
Steven
there,
Spielberg
Yeah.
replicated the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the Leonardo DiCaprio, mate. Had a hard time, didn't he?
That's why I didn't get. Obviously, because he died, he didn't get.
No. He went down. You didn't see him die. He fell down into the swimming pool.
Jack.
I'll never let you go.
Anyway, if you believe in dinosaurs,
Yes.
about 66 million years ago, a massive asteroid,
There you go.
like the size of a city, that's what it says in brackets,
See, told you.
crashed into what's now the Yucatan Peninsula, in Mexico. It was basically Earth's version of a rage quit. That's what it says here.
Yeah.
What happened next? The impact was so intense it created a huge crater, triggering tsunamis and launched dust and debris into the sky.
Exactly.
The debris blocked sunlight, dropping global temperatures and messed up the food chain. So there was an ice age.
No, that's not an ice age. That's dropping temperature.
Plants died. Herbivores starved. Then carnivores were like... this is trying to be funny. The carnivores were like, wait, where's my lunch? Question mark.
Yeah, exactly. See?
Boom, mass extinction. Not all dinosaurs vanished, though. Birds are their
Mammals.
descendants. So technically, pigeons are just like tiny urban dinosaurs with no respect for personal space.
Yeah.
That's what this says.
Pretty much, yeah. Chickens, T-Rex. Yeah, that's it.
I feel like
There
I
you
could have found a more sourceful and reliable source than it making jokes to me, but there we are.
Well, I mean, it is true. Do you know how big the asteroid was, by the way? 6 to 9 miles.
69 miles.
No, 629.
629 miles.
Imagine if you're right. You put yourself in that situation, right? You're a dinosaur, right?
I'm dead.
You're a dinosaur, right? And you see
What's
this.
this music?
It's just playing on our beat. It's just going the whole hog, like yeah. You just see is it no not is it James? No, it's not.
Hey,
Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg again. Look at him in the
It's fucking. Wait, what's his name?
Richard Attenborough.
No, well,
Oh.
no. What's
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, it's fucking Jeff Goldblum.
But yeah, so you're there, right, in the Gulf of Mexico, right? Like ground zero. It's coming straight at you. What are you thinking?
I haven't got a thought. I'm just dead. What do you mean? I'm a dinosaur.
Well, yeah.
I haven't got a thought because I'm not real.
Idiot. You're a fool. You don't need to. You don't deserve to be a god.
I am a god, and I'm saying that dinosaurs weren't real. I'm like one of the agents from Men in Black. I'm just gonna hold a pen up to your face and just go, dinosaurs aren't real.
Yeah, but do you know what
And then
do you know what I can do to help me with that? I can look at the fucking internet that gives me a little description saying, "Oh, this is what happened to the dinosaurs," and then I can go further and look at all the fossils that there are. You pillock.
I'm just saying,
Idiot.
Nobody's ever seen a dinosaur, so therefore we
I've
don't
seen a
know
dinosaur,
for
mate.
definite fact that they're real. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I like dinosaurs.
I like dinosaurs too. The thought of what they could have been, yes.
No, they are real. They were real.
Could have been.
Crocodiles are dinosaurs.
No, they ain't.
Yeah, they are.
It's a crocodile, mate.
It's a dinosaur.
It's an animal.
It's an animal. It's an animal.
It's a dangerous animal.
I wouldn't want to mess with a crocodile, mate. You see how they kill things? Bad. That's a bad way to go.
They grab
that
and
is,
roll,
bro.
don't they?
Yeah, and in the water. Like.
I've seen quite a few videos of them doing that.
Oh,
and
man.
I've seen them doing it to zookeepers
Oh,
and stuff.
mate, it's bad, isn't it?
Twitter's a messed up place.
Yeah, it's bad. But yeah, that's what a bad way to go. We did do a video on this on how to survive animal attacks and stuff like that.
Oh, we did. Do you know what, mate?
did.
We're getting class at these plugs. And do you
really
know what?
are.
If you want to go watch that, there's a video on
On
YouTube.
a YouTube channel.
I can't think what it's called. But
it-
the picture is
yeah.
me and Joel with
It's
a
like
versus
versus, isn't
thing
it?
with a load
Yeah.
of deadly animals, and it's like,
That's it. We supposed to say
how would
versus
we
at the same time.
survive?
Yeah, go watch it. It's good.
do you know what? It's a good video.
It is really good. And it basically
It's a good
teaches you
video.
how to survive every single animal attack ever created.
And it's highly
Ever.
funny. So if
Apart from
you
humans,
don't want
actually.
it to be, what's that?
We didn't say anything about humans. How to survive a human attack.
We don't need to think about that because we are gods.
We do, actually. We do, because we're on about hiring murderers to bury people.
Well,
Actually, no, I say hire.
self-proclaimed murderers.
Well, yes. Yeah, obviously. We're not, yeah. Well, it's a lot easier if they're not self-proclaimed. If they're just on paper a murderer. Do you know what I mean? It's like
No,
someone
because-
saying, I'm good at this job. And you go, are you? They go, yeah. Okay.
Well, that's what I want. If they come
Yeah, but
forth
I don't
and
want
say,
them bad at that job, but I also don't want them to prove it to me. Do you know what I mean?
so then isn't it best
Not the
to
one
just
half,
let
anyway.
them answer forth and we just take their
It's a
opinion?
bit risky still.
I think the whole thing's a bit risky.
I don't think it's as risky as it could be. We could make it more
What
risky.
could make it more risky?
If the people sign a waiver, so that's how they died as well. More risky.
So we're hiring dead people.
No, no.
What do you
no,
mean
that's
then?
Silly. No. Like, someone comes and is like, right, when I die, look, I want to be buried in a tree. And you go, oh, do you know what? I've just started a company for that. It's called Pod, right? There you go. They go, oh, actually, can I just sign up for it now? And you're, yeah, right. And then within a day or two, out of nowhere, bang, bashed on the head, done. And then they're buried. You could actually
And then they're what?
hire it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Was this not our market strategy from the start?
No. I was gonna go off like it was just.
I need to make some phone calls.
Yeah. So if you want to be not hired, actually, we're not gonna advertise that. But if you want to be part of
If
this
you ever
pyramid
see
scheme,
us make a company called Pod, you guys need to sign up straight away.
yeah, you
guys need to become ambassadors.
yeah, or chair of
Go
Pod.
forth and spread the news. Pod. You've got a relative close to dying age? Get them signed up today.
Bring your granny, bring your granddad,
Bring your dad. Bring your dad.
ding, 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 ding.
Well, that was like what they did, wasn't it? Victorians when there was the
Yeah.
massive Black Death. No,
Yeah.
not black. What was it? What was the thing about?
Yeah, like the plague, isn't it?
Yeah, the
So it's
plague.
Just, yeah, we did
Bring out your dad.
Do you know what? You know those
I don't know, I'm
massive trees
American.
in like Canada? We
Yes.
could do like a mass one, couldn't we?
A mass
like a-
hollow grave.
Oh,
Of a
I was
tree.
nearly said some of them, but I'm not going to.
No, you can't do that. You
Oh,
can't
no.
do that. You can't do that. What were you
so
going to say?
bad. I was going to say it's like a genocide tree, isn't it?
Genocide.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good. We could have family genocide
Oh,
trees. What a good marketing structure.
No, it's like Hotel Rwanda all over again. It's not good.
Oh, right now it's just getting too real.
What a film, by the way. Go and watch
That is
Hotel
a good film.
Rwanda.
That is
It's
a good
got,
film.
if you like Iron Man, go back to the Iron Man. Look at all these callbacks, eh? Going back to Iron Man. Is it Rhodey? The bloke in Iron Man, his
idea,
like mate. He's in Hotel Rwanda.
And he lived.
I don't know, I can't remember it.
Okay. I might actually go watch
I
it
think
Hotel
so,
Rwanda
actually.
tonight. To be fair.
Yeah, Hotel Rwanda.
I think the last time I watched it was in school, and I think I've only
yeah.
ever watched half of it.
I watched the full thing.
Yeah, it's what I
Yeah, it's
mean.
great.
I think
And,
I've
like,
only seen half
What,
of it.
what else did we watch? This Kite Runner. There's another one.
Kite Runner.
Kite Runner.
Kite
That was a
Runner.
bit weird. I can't remember what happened in that.
I can remember the
I can
one
remember
specific
Yeah,
thing
I
in
can
it.
too.
There's kites.
Oh, that's one of the best things you could send. That's genuinely so good. Yeah, there's kites. Yeah, it was 127 hours. Titanic. I watched that as well. I think I watched a Bond as well.
Really?
Of Mice and Men.
I watched The Woman in Black
Yeah,
and
I watched-
Shrek. But that was
and
that-
Shrek
we-
and Megamind.
You watched Megamind?
Yeah, in
What
science.
an awful film.
It's
What-
no, it's good.
It's awful.
Will Ferrell, mate.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Good. But yeah, I had no idea why. Basically, the reason I said about genocide and all that is because of Hotel Rwanda and everything that happened in Rwanda in 2005.
6.
Yeah, I was gonna say something like that.
I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah, they
Bad.
made a film on it. Basically,
Bad.
it's very bad. Yeah, very bad. But
And on that horrific bombshell, there's only one thing to do.
yeah,
I would do Ick of the Week, but
bring back a new species of something. I guess I don't know.
that's the Ick of the Week.
No, it's not the ick. It's good.
It is a good thing.
An ick
Well,
is not believing in
It's not,
dinosaurs.
it's not a good thing.
There's your Ick of the Week.
Ick of the Week, not believing in
You're a
dinosaurs.
fool.
Thank you very much for listening
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you next time.
on the Talking Chip Podcast. Goodbye.
Goodbye.